Hi, we're Harriet and Mauro. We're restoring a 5-acre smallholding in Spain into the homestead of our dreams. We're currently working on the transformation of this neglected area of our homestead into a beautiful utilities area and bathroom. In the last video, we got the roof on over our new bathroom and finished the awkward job of installing the shower plate. We rendered the final wall of the utilities area ready to install the plumbing and made a start on organising all the pieces and figuring out how it was all going to work. Our new volunteer Karen arrived at the perfect time to help us out on this, as it soon became clear we had less of a clue about what we were doing than we had initially thought. So today we have Karen with us, who is here for about 10 days with us. She's come at just the right time because she actually knows what she's doing with this plumbing and this electrics that we have to do, so she's helping guide us with that, which is awesome. Yeah, she's done many renovation projects in France and Portugal in the past, so she is a wealth of knowledge and she's been brilliant. We got our new shiny water heater mounted on the wall, wired up the little DC pump to our batteries, and we're on a roll. But then life had other plans. Can you see any more grapes in here, Santi? There we go. Let's put these in the basket. In the wheelbarrow. Put them in the wheelbarrow. Oops. So one thing we did with our volunteers Carl and Christina the other week was we made some pomegranate molasses. It was a bit of a test just to see how easy it would be, how long it would take to like boil down. It didn't take too long, and the result was really nice. So we're gonna make some more. We have a lot of pomegranates. There's only so much you can really do with the seeds. You can eat them, you can put them in salads and stuff, but it's not a fruit that you can really do a lot of stuff with. But yeah, the molasses was great. You just take all of the little I don't know what you call them, like the grains, arils I think you call them. Take them all out, put them in the blender, whiz it for a second just to break the, like rupture the shell, and then you can strain them and get all the juice out. So now the pomegranate juice is reducing on the stove. It should go down to about a quarter or less of its original volume. Papa's gone outside, yeah. As it boils, it does produce a bit of a layer of like bubbly, foamy, like scum on top. So just keep that off as it boils, and then we were left with quite a dark, nice looking, very fragrant syrup, which looks like this. So yeah, I did get a lot stickier as it cooled down, so it was a lot runnier than this when it was still hot. Help! You've got your fork, oh dear. Although it's hard to believe it because it is a beautiful, sunny, hot day, we're actually expecting like a massive storm tonight and tomorrow. I think it's the tail end of a hurricane, so we are adding a couple of extra battens onto, do you call them battens? Is that the right word? Cross beams, whatever. Yeah, a couple of extra anchor points for the plastic roof of our bathroom because it's a little bit flappy at the back, 1 or 2 panels due to the irregular shape of the room.
It's perfect to the millimeter. Like
it was already cut.
I had a long piece. I cut one for one side, and the leftover is perfect.
Wow. That was wonky.
That is one waterproof roof.
Bathroom roof is holding up.
Yep.
Let's come out, Bobby. Okay, we've just had a little bit of a lull in the hail. I've never seen anything like this. So yeah, I'm gonna go see what the damage is. I'm a little bit scared. I did have the foresight to stash a few trays of brassicas under some tables to try and keep them protected in case I have to replant everything. Yeah, so there's my backup brassicas. And you guys are right under there. See, this is what the everything in the garden is probably gonna look like. Had some celery in there.
Come on, in.
Wow. Wow, you know what? Some of this might actually survive. Like, it's got one good leaf. Maybe that'll be enough. This little lettuce? That's not as bad as I thought. Alright, let's try and get that deposit emptied out. Try and get this water somewhere else. Bet you guys didn't go in your shelter, did you? No, look at you. You're all wet too. Did you forget about your shelter? Don't tell me you forgot about your shelter too. Oh dear. No, the sweet potato. Oh, that was doing so well. No. Bobby, no! Bobby! What are you doing? Oh my god, for a brief second there, I actually thought I was going to have to jump in after him, save him from the current. Oh my gosh. Right, now we have a swimmer. That's good to know. Alright, we are back in the bathroom. It stopped raining and we are back to work. We're currently crimping. I've actually never seen this in action before. Is that it? I really thought it was going to be like a... I don't know, like a psh, like muscle job. Sound. Yeah, but you don't seem to exert a lot of effort.
Alright.
Oh, we're all in here. Hello.
Yes. It's like magic. Alright, final one.
Okay. Look at this! It's our first and possibly only duckling.
Hello, little guy. Oh, it's so cute.
Yellow.
And it's so yellow.
Very yellow. Chip, 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 chip. Look, his little feet. Hopefully her little feet.
Hopefully
Oh,
her.
are you chilly? Are you chilly? Okay, let's get you back inside.
Just gonna tighten this here. Oh, we're missing the little O-rings. Crimping up there. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. So far the system has been really good, really easy to build. The only thing that I haven't figured out is how to get this pipe really straight, like professionally straight. But I think this is pipe that is meant to be always hidden, so it doesn't really matter if it's like perfectly straight. So it's really my fault for not hiding it behind the wall. So this is going to be the very last piece that we need in this system, which is going to connect this new compression pipe system with the black plastic pipe that comes from the tanks.
Wow, that looks so professional. So
we'll have one more join here, and then the connection to the black pipe. The black pipe. Okay, we're about to do the last connection for this part of the system. You will notice this ugly pipe at a weird angle. It's a temporary one. It's not the definitive hot water pipe, but we just want to close the circuit with what we have, and then if it works, then we'll make it nice and neat. It's just that part. We're just reusing the old installation and then we'll make a new one if it works. Something we've had to do is to put lime filters behind every device because the water is quite hard here. So we're putting one behind the heater, one behind the water for the kitchen, and then one behind the washing machine.
Are you there? I just thought we could do it live, so I know when you're turning it on in case we don't see anything. It's the moment of truth. We're gonna turn the tap on at the top of the hill.
Tap
On.
Now when I open it, I would open the bypass like the straightest pipe.
Open bypass.
Yeah, that one.
Yep. bypass open. Right, watch for water coming out of there. Or there.
But don't turn on the pump yet.
No, I'm not going to turn on anything. Ooh! Oh yeah!
Oh.
Turn it off! Turn it off! 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 Ayuda? I need help, Santi. Ayuda? How are you going to get down that bit? Go backwards. Have to go backwards down that bit.
Good boy! Good boy!
Basically, all of them. What? Okay, fine. We're taking a picture
here.
of it. So,
Here.
alright, I think we've got that recorded on video.
Oh no!
Oh no, yeah. Open this one. I mean, these batteries might be dead, so that's one thing. So, okay, if you go into the shower and open the hot water side. Okay, I'm opening. Oh! Leak. Tiny drip. Right, the pump's not kicking in though, I'm not sure why. Oh, hang on. Whoa! Okay! So we got everything hooked up yesterday and the batteries were dead. At least we hope that's the issue, so we're going to replace them. Alright. Right, pump version. So this is just to bypassing the pump in case we didn't need the pump, but clearly we do need the pump. On. Oh, pump's not on. Yeah, okay, pump's not on. Fire, flame, hot water. Woo! Too hot, right? Can go down. So the hot water was working again after more than a year without it, and we were so thrilled to get to this milestone. The hot water is currently being pumped through the old pipework into the kitchen and into our old bathroom, which means we can finally get a hot shower, and more importantly offer our guests a hot shower, because as we move into autumn and the days are getting gradually colder, it's not always possible to rely on sun-warmed water from the pipes. The next step will be taking out the old hot water pipes and diverting the hot water to the new bathroom through new piping, but that will come a little bit later. Now this step is complete, we can take our time with the new bathroom without the stress of feeling like we need to get it totally done for winter. And that was good news, because we actually wanted to use this room as a practice ground for a material we've been thinking about using for the ruin. A very exciting day has come. It's Hempcrete Day. This is Karen's speciality, so she's going to show us how to hempcrete this wall. We're going to start by putting some battens on so that we can put some wood. You'll see what's going to happen. We're going to put some battens on, we're going to put some wood, and then we're going to put the hempcrete in it. You'll see what I mean. So the first step here was attaching some battens to the wall to hold the boards, which were kind of like a form into which we would pour and shove and press the hempcrete. Karen had kindly brought us a bag of hemp from France to experiment with, so the next step was to prepare the hempcrete mix using the hemp, lime and water. Alright, let's do the block while I'm here. Normally we mix cement with a stick mixer, but that doesn't work with hempcrete because of the consistency. A cement mixer does work, but we don't have one of those, so for this experimental project we just mixed it by hand. And let me tell you, it was hard work, so if we decide to use this product in any other places in the future, which I'm feeling like we will definitely be investing in a mixer.
Yeah, get it in, and then we tamp it down with the stick.
These are your tamping sticks. There's a big tamping stick, a narrow tamping stick, and a mini tamping stick.
It's hard to believe that this is gonna stick to the wall.
I know. Feels dry, doesn't it? But it is. Doesn't it smell amazing though?
It smells great.
Well, in half an hour we're going to take this board off and put it up here, so we'll see if it sticks to the wall or whether it all flops out. So Karen was saying that one thing about hemp, why hemp is used and not straw, for example, is that it has the property of being able to get wet and dry multiple times without getting mouldy.
Ah.
That's one thing. I'm sure there's loads of other things. Alright, come to that, please. Alright, I think we've reached the point where we have to take the bottom board off to put it further up, so...
Are we sure?
Yeah,
Scary.
it is scary.
What?
Okay, been at least half an hour. Oh, wow, it's gonna work! It's gonna work!
Yeah?
Yeah, well, it's not flopping out. Okay, coming up. Wow, that's so cool. Just don't like kick it accidentally, that would be
Catastrophic.
catastrophic, yeah. That's it, hempcrete. Hempcrete.
Show me another baby that knows how to say hempcrete and baba ganoush.
With the bag of hemp that Karen had brought for us to experiment with, we were able to do about 150 centimeters high of this first wall, and we were loving working with this material, and we were very excited about the finish it was going to produce. We obviously wanted to finish off this wall with the same technique, and in fact we decided we wanted to do the whole room, so in order to continue we needed to source some more hemp. As luck would have it, the main supplier for hemp for construction in Spain is actually based just 45 minutes from us in Castellón, so we were able to go there a few days later and get some more sacks. However, before we continued on this wall, there were a couple of other things we just wanted to get done with the help of our next set of volunteers.
We're gonna paint the floor with sealant.
Great.
Like a plastic base sealant. You ever see the finished thingy that Alex did?
Yeah?
Instead of going for holes, we went for an empty brick. And this is gonna be the shelf.
Okay, cool. I don't know if we've introduced Alex yet. This is Alex. He's been helping us with this.
Master bricklayer.
And floor cleaner.
Jesus. Did it for floor cleaning. Here we have our master builder Alex finishing up surface. Gonna be able to play billiards on this after.
Oh, yeah.
So smooth. Look at that.
So satisfying.
Yep.
Bye bye.
Meanwhile, we were also working with Esme and Alex on a couple of other projects, which we'll show you in time. We were ready to continue hempcreting on the walls, but before we could get any further, the rain set in again, and this time it lasted for over a week. Okay, it's really slippy in here. Okay, so this is how the floor is looking. It is pretty wet. It's dry. It's dry, but it's wet on top. The reason the floor is wet in here is because we haven't got guttering along the front yet. So when it's raining, and it's been raining really heavily, the water's just coming right off the front, falling down onto the floor there and washing back over the little ledge into the bathroom. So we did tape the door up to try and stop that, but it's the tape is all wet, so it hasn't really worked all that well. But yeah, the guttering is a priority. I just haven't had a chance to go and buy it yet. But yeah, we are hoping for a little gap in the rain today. It's raining as I say that, but yeah, I'm hoping that it's just really light this afternoon and I can crack on with some hempcrete. We're going to give it a go anyway because we're just fed up with this rain. I need to do something or I'm going to go mad. Okay, it's raining pretty heavily now, but it's been good to be in here whilst it's raining because I've realised that we were actually wrong about the door being the main source of water ingress. It actually looks like it's the rocks on the back wall. That little puddle that Santi was innocently playing in earlier, it's letting water come in through the back wall, so we're going to have to look at putting some sort of a drain or a ditch or diversion around the back. Anyway, I'm going to finish off the mix that I've made, and then I think I'm going to call it a day. Okay, it stopped raining. I'm just tidying up. I think we're going to have to leave it there for this video. We've still got a little bit more of the wall to do to get to the top. It's a little trickier at the top, and there's another technique which I wanted to try and show you for when you get to the very top part and you obviously can't get you haven't got space to pour the mix in or to get the tamper in. And then the edges to sort of neaten all that up, because you can imagine behind these boards it's just like a really rough edge. There is a technique for that as well, which I wanted to try. But I think before we can carry on with this wall, we have to deal with the water in the rocks problem. So yeah, just come around the back to have a look. Yeah. So yep, that's about all of the bathroom. And you've got these puddles forming here. So yeah, that's the next job, I guess. Anyway, thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.